We're back, and we're back. And this is when the applause comes in. We've just come back from the commercial break. Okay? Yes, good. We just get, at least they'll clap. They may not talk, but they'll clap. Okay? We come back from the commercial break. I'm your host, Jeremy Jackson, coming to you live from 143 East Lyden High School. The time is currently 7:56 a.m. Okay? Here we go. So now we've done all the hard lifting to get this standard or this general form of this ellipse into its standard form. Now when they wanted us to sketch it from the very beginning, so we're going to do that. In order to sketch it, we need some information. We need to know what the center is. What's the center of this? It's whatever I'm subtracting from x and whatever I'm subtracting from y. I'm subtracting a 3 from x, and since this is a plus 5, I'm subtracting 5 from y. So I know my center. Okay? So as we go through this, we'll put the markings over here. 3, -5, let's say 3, -5. Let's put that right there. Okay? It's not going to be perfect. So we're saying this is -5, and we're saying this is 3. What else do we need to know? We need to know the endpoints of the major axis and the endpoints of the minor axis, right? So we need to know the value of A, we need to know the value of B. Which one of these denominators is A squared? It is the bigger of the two, 36. Yes, very good. So if A squared is 36, A is 6. Which means my major axis, the endpoints of it, are 6 units away from the center. The next question is, are they 6 units above and below the center, or are they 6 units to the left and right? And because A squared, because the bigger denominator is under the y term, that means my major axis is vertical, which means the endpoints of the major axis are 6 units above and below the center. So I'm going to do plus or minus 6, plus and minus 6, from the y coordinate. That's going to move my vertices up and down. So the vertices are at 3, 1, and 3, -11. I get these numbers. Oops, I dropped the marker. I'm picking it up. Sorry. These numbers come from these calculations. -5 plus 6. -5 plus 6 is 1. 1. -5 minus 6 is -11. So I'm moving 6 units up to get to 3, 1. We'll put that right there. 3, -11. We'll put down here. So this is at -11. This is at +1. Then we'll go with the endpoints of the minor axis. The endpoints of the minor axis come from B. B squared is 16, so B has to be 4. And again, that's 4 units above and below. So this would be to the left and right, wouldn't it? Sorry. Since the major axis is vertical, the minor axis is horizontal. So we're moving 4 units away from the center to get the minor vertices. So if you want to make a note of that, the minor vertices are at 7, -5, and -1, -5. Right? I'm adding and subtracting 4 from 3 to get these 2 points. So 7 would be over here. We'll move to there, let's say. And then -1, -5, we'll put that over here. And we end up with the shade. We don't have to be perfect. It is a sketch after all. So that's our ellipse. Centered at 3, -5. We found the major vertices. We found the minor vertices. We don't really need the foci unless they specifically ask for it. Okay?